next to me. We can't touch, but you're giving my eyes a treat. I like your attitude, I like the way you move. Put me up in 10 years, maybe we can groove. Give me five, won't you carry my books for me? I wanna give you the number to my residency. It's just a phone call, won't hurt at all. And if I like you, then I meet you at the nearest mall. Cutie pie, cutie pie, cutie pie, cutie pie, cutie pie, cutie pie, cutie pie. So high, got me jumping out of my seat. Exciting like the shoes that hold up my feet. Think you wanna play? Baby, not today. And I can tell that y'all been ready, cause it's in your face. Cutie, for real, let me know. What's the deal? I'ma get back to you, cause I feel like you can be my Jack and maybe I can be your Jill. Cutie pie, cutie pie, cutie pie, cutie pie, cutie pie, cutie pie, cutie. Cutie, you think you like this fun's coming through me? Hey cutie, you think you're smart enough to try to school me? Cutie, you think you wanna try to learn my way? Cutie, even the bread was made in 7 days. Cutie, so you better go to night school. Come back in a decade or two and maybe you'll have a clue. Cutie, so you better go to night school. Come back in a decade or two and maybe you'll have a clue. Cutie pie, cutie pie, cutie pie, cutie pie, cutie pie, cutie pie, cutie.
All right, everybody, what's up? You're listening to In the Mix with Vader and Jump Street. What's up, Vader? How you doing, man?
Hey, Jump, it's been one heck of a week. Black History Month. That's what we're celebrating, but we do it all the time, all year round.
We do it 365 every day.
Dissed and pissed.
Oh man,
it haven't been a hit and miss, Jump.
No, man. You know, I'm glad you said that, man, because
Jump, before you get started, let everybody know we're not doing the music right now. We're talking.
We're gonna do some social commentary, right?
Yeah, we'll get to the music in another hour, okay? Right now, we got stuff to talk about.
We got a lot of stuff to talk about. But the thing is, Black people are under attack as always. Not saying we're the only ones, but we're the ones we're focused on.
We're the ones that get it the worst. So I don't want to hear that people of color crap.
Okay, let me start off. First of all, I want to give a big shout out, love and blessings to our own St. Louis's own Miss Brittany Noble Jones, who's in Mississippi.
That's right, Sister Brittany.
She's down in Mississippi, handling some issues, and we wish her nothing but love and blessings and peace and prosperity, because I read a story about our sister on the internet, and she's going through some things down there, and we just want to say, hey, we got your back and we love you and we miss you. We want you to, you know, she's a native of St. Louis, first of all, and she went down to Mississippi. You know, took her career, you know, to another place, and but still facing some of the same issues that I'm sure she and a lot of other people are facing here, as well as all over the place. And so we just want to say, hey, we love you, we got your back, and hey, you know, if there's any way we can help, you know, you let us know. I think she started a Go page, Vader. So she's going through the ring.
No, that's fine.
Okay. She's going through some stuff, and
we hope
just wanna
this
say,
sister
hey,
come out of
we're
it.
with you. We're with you in spirit. We're not there
Anything
with
we can do on the show,
you. Absolutely.
and people, you know, we need to get together and start looking out for our own. We can't rely on our enemy to
be our
fake,
saviors.
to be our savior,
No.
and fake the Christian love because it don't exist.
No. That's just an excuse that people use
To keep
that's
us,
a vice.
to keep us weak.
That's a vice.
To keep us weak.
That's what you call a vice.
Mhm.
And so wanted to put that out there and let people know what was going on with that struggle with our sister. And we're gonna pray for her.
Right.
And
we
any other way we
encourage
can help you.
everybody, you know, within reach of this sister, you know, help her out. What's the situation going on with her? I'm sure it has something to do with them, you know,
well,
practicing racial hatred toward this lady.
Absolutely. That's always
Down in
the
Mississippi,
bottom
right?
line. In Mississippi. The same thing going on in Mississippi that's going on everywhere else where Black people are concerned. We're under attack from all corners.
The struggle continues, and the struggle is real.
All corners of the earth, we are under attack. And the thing is, we're not talking about, before any idiot comes out and says, "Oh, well, Black people aren't the only ones under attack." No,
we're talking about the concerns of Black people. We're not talking about your concerns.
Right. We're talking about our people.
We're worried about our people on this show. We're not worried about nobody else.
And their people. That's what we're talking about, our own. Okay. And we have a right to do that like everybody else. If we don't have a right to do it, nobody has a right to do it.
Yep.
But anyway.
And we make no apologies for loving our people
whatsoever. But anyway, getting back to the issue, she was on the air in Mississippi, and supposedly, I don't know if it was a station manager or whomever, they came to her. She's wearing her natural hair. You know, anytime Black people wear their natural hair, Vader, they come under attack. Have you noticed that?
We had a sister that had a national syndicated talk show. What's her name? Patrice Berry. She had like a little talk show, and she was
Bertice Berry,
right, and she was doing the Afrocentric stuff with the hair and the braids,
twisties and braids, yeah.
And believe it or not, the judge came, and
they attacked her,
and they gave us show to a crazy conservative Republican over there on the Fox network.
Well, let me elaborate on our sister Miss Jones's situation, because by her wearing her natural hair, expressing her natural beauty, as all Black women should be allowed to do, the station manager told her that they needed her to look like a beauty queen. Now, she's a beautiful woman, okay? Very beautiful woman. And however she wears her hair, it's not going to detract away from her beauty. In fact, her natural state is her most beautiful state. I believe that as it relates to any woman. But the thing is, especially Black women. So the thing is,
and John, say that again, because we don't want nobody to think you said woman of color.
Black women.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Black women.
Okay, I heard you. I want to make sure some
for the audience here,
some jabroni out there. I want to make sure they didn't get it wrong.
Jabroni, right?
Yeah, just want to get it straight.
But anyway, Black women are at their best in their natural state. You know, they're always at their best. But
and our women, sisters, y'all set the standard
on beauty.
To what beauty is. Whether you're a light-skinned sister, high yellow,
dark skin,
damn near white,
brown,
darker than midnight.
You know what, Vader? Let me
browner than brown sugar. You are the standard bearer. And sisters, I want to see some unity amongst you, because when they call one of you a nigga, they're calling all of us niggas. All of us.
Not how one goes, all of us go.
Yeah.
And you must realize that.
There are brothers out here that still love and fight and would die for a lot of you. So I won't allow you sisters to get off YouTube claiming ain't no more good black men. First of all, that's a lie. It's not true.
You know what, Vader? The ones that say that aren't looking for a good black man or any kind of
Well,
black
they
man
just
for that
need to
matter.
leave Pookie alone.
Well,
They leave Pookie alone
All black men are judged by Pookie and
get
T-Bone.
with that hero. He might not be built like The Rock. He might not be in the boardroom. He might be the trash man.
I got an issue with that cat too.
I can't stand that racially ambiguous. Oh, man, let me be cool. I'm trying not to cuss.
Who supposedly so militant when he was a teenager. But anyway, that's
Yeah.
another issue. But anyway, see, when you get in Hollywood, your whole process, your whole mindset.
Ask Steve Harvey.
Hey,
We're going to get him too. We're going to get him later.
Everything about Hollywood is about recreating you and not for the better. If you're black or of color, most likely, but black in particular. They're going to change your mindset. You're not going to go in Hollywood and have a pro-black mindset, because if you do, you're not going to stay there. And if you are still there, you definitely don't have that
So
mindset.
Jump, our culture is good enough to borrow, take, and steal, but
make money off
us
of
as the
everything else.
people, we're not good enough for it. So
Right.
in the words of Stephanie Mills, right on to that, sister. I love Stephanie Mills.
Stephanie Mills?
I wish Gladys Knight was close to that mindset like a Stephanie Mills.
Well, you know what, Vader? These are puppets of the industry. So they're going to say, they're going to act.
And what's that thing you used out in the car? The Plastic People.
Plastic Love, which is a song that we're going to
debut
on the show
today. Yeah,
another great song we're going to debut.
And something by Andre Perriman, but we're going to get back to this cult.
Yeah, what's up,
shout
Dre?
them out, man.
What's up, Dre?
And they're trying to slowly replace us with other.
Well, they're trying to obliterate true blackness, and replace it with watered down blackness. You know, and what about that is anybody who's not truly black,
you racially ambiguous people like The Rock, like Dwayne The Rock Johnson, Kamala Harris, and what's that fruity boy name? Cory Booker. Cory Hooker, or is it Booker?
I'll let you decide. It's Booker, but anyway, anytime with Vader, you know what, we were talking about that. Speaking of him,
you thought Barack on that too.
Yeah, Barack Obama's another one. We were talking about Cory Booker, and you said someone asked him the question, what's the agenda for black people? And he kind of laughed it off.
And Charlemagne the God.
Yeah. He said, what is it? Let me say this. The agenda for black people is what it's always been, and it's negative. It's to get rid of as many of us as possible.
That's their agenda for us.
That's what their agenda is.
The gay people have an agenda. The Hispanic people, all of them have an agenda. Everybody, it's okay for everybody to have an agenda except us. But see, their thing is they want us to go ahead and suffer and keep getting disrespected.
Well, Vader.
And a lot of us decide that it's not happening.
Vader, if you're a slave, and Vader doesn't consider himself a slave. I don't consider myself a slave. And I know none of you out there in the audience consider yourself
well,
slaves.
We know a form of it is still going on today.
But let's say this. The people that have owned us, okay, in the past, and unfortunately, in many ways in the present, they can still consider us to be their slaves. That's why you can murder. When is murder not murder? When white murders black. Okay?
And when you're a young rapper in a car asleep, even though they said the young man had a gun on his lap, he didn't have it. He didn't have it in his hand.
No, listen.
That man was in the car asleep.
The brother was up. He had pulled up to a drive-through, okay, to get some food. I think he had just got. I don't know if he just got off work or he just had a late night. And he pulled up in the drive-through. Was drowsy. Fellas nodded in the drive-through. Someone called the police. They claim to have seen a pistol or something on his lap or on the seat or whatever. You know,
wasn't in his hand.
If he was asleep, how much of a threat could he have been? Okay, to anyone.
I guess that blackness just looks so intimidating,
so menacing. And the thing is, to them, and so they knock on the window. Now, you know when they knock on the window, they didn't knock on it softly. You know they probably knocked on it hard, bammed on it, and scared the brother half to death. He may have flinched or jumped. That was the excuse they needed to end this brother's life.
They knew what they were doing.
Oh, he had a gun. He was going for his gun. You woke him up, damn it. What would you do if somebody knocked on your window and you were asleep?
You would be startled.
Yeah, you're going to be startled.
Like last night, I was in my security office. I was going through the paperwork. Now, remember, I worked from 7 p.m. all the way to 5 the next morning. It was about 3:15 a.m. This lady came to my car. I was startled, and I made it clear, hey, don't come close to this car. I'm strapped, and I was packing. But at the same time, she could have been popped, or she could have popped me.
Right.
Anything. It could have went any which way, as they say. Those police, I think most police, I said most, want to kill us.
Yeah.
And then we have a
Unfortunately,
few
right.
like
Mhm.
remember that Boys in the Hood movie? You had the other
Yeah, the
that
cop,
black
yeah,
cop showing off
yeah,
for the white cop.
Yeah.
We have a whole bunch of those out here too.
Unfortunately, yes, and we always have. And so anyway, they killed this brother, and they're trying to claim that he had a weapon or whatever. Well, even if he did have a weapon, he
didn't pull it on you.
That's what I'm saying, man. They use that as an excuse to murder this brother.
And most of the time, we don't have weapons anyway, and still can get shot.
It doesn't matter if we got a weapon or not. The weapon is our skin.
It's that skin, that black skin on you.
Yes,
that's what they don't like.
That's right. So anyway, that's another story. What's another one?
Well, we can go to St. Louis.
We got a lot of stuff
right here. The Blue Sky Tower Grill. I said on Saturday, February 9th, a young brother was with his family having a good time, and the waitress didn't want to answer the request. She got tired of going to the table and dealing with the black folks. I guess it was too many N-words up in the place for. She had to call the police on them and had those guys removed. I smell a lawsuit.
So in other words, she didn't want to do her job.
Right. MVP, the St. Louis P, you know I'm going to go with this, right?
So I
don't want no
and their false hollow apology.
And you Negroes out in those counties that's doing you on the scumbag and the bootlicker of the week list.
Just like the guy up in Virginia. Was he a governor?
Yeah, the governor.
This wearing blackface
and Cory Booker. Cory Booker was defending this crap.
Of course, he's going to defend.
Talking about through some of his college friends, they trying to pretend that they don't know anything about this, asking him questions about the thing of blackface, trying to get some understanding. And he's sitting up here being so condescending. You know, Cory Booker, you ain't fit to be a dog catcher.
Cory Booker used to be a good brother. A few years ago.
That's it. That's it.
And that's in the past. Because when he was the mayor up in was it New Jersey?
Yeah, New Jersey. I think he
was actually letting homeless people live in the governor's mansion. But you know what happened? Somebody pulled him to the side and said, "Come here, man." I wasn't even there, but I know the game, Vader. I know the game. You cannot be human and have a heart towards people in this cold ass game out here. That's what it is. A cold game. They came to him and said, "Look, let me tell you something. Don't let those people in your in that mansion. I tell you what, we're gonna get you up out of there, okay? And then we'll show you how the game goes." But so he's no longer who he used to be. You cannot be human. You cannot have compassion. You can't have a heart dealing with monsters, okay? Because the longer you hang around a monster, you're gonna become a monster.
You have to come in monster-like. You can't come in human-like. So politics.
What happens if you hang around Dracula? You're gonna get bit.
You're gonna get
become
bit.
A vampire, right?
You're gonna get the Tobias.
That's what's going on.
You're gonna get the Tobias Whale treatment. Hey, John, politics is not there to help us, and it's not there to serve nor protect us.
First of all, it's politics. Okay, because they're pulling a trick on you every time you vote. They're pulling a trick on you every time.
The Dixiecrats
for a good thing,
and the Republicans.
Yes, the cons, the CONs. Yeah.
But
the thing is, they're tricking us in every possible way you can think of. Okay?
We need to read between the lines. We need to keep ourselves updated on what's going on with us at all times. We need to even educate our children on race.
Especially.
Don't sit back and send your kids out in the world. Well, I want you to love everybody, and that don't work because while we trying to love everybody, we're too busy electing each other with the love.
We're too busy being eliminated.
Yeah.
You know, and the thing is, first, love starts at home. Charity starts at home first and foremost.
Yes, it do.
Because if you don't love yourself, I'm not worried about you loving somebody else.
I'm more worried about the concerns of our people. I'm not worried about nobody else. That's why you don't hear me using this term. People of color. It's like a damn something in a coloring book. Well, all these other people of color. See, you have black people trying to include themselves with other groups of people
who hate our guts,
don't want to be bothered with you. What is it gonna take?
Exactly.
There's some more head busting and dogs got to be put on you.
You know what? When you say people of color, see, that shuts down the discussion about blacks specifically. So that's inclusion. That's the delusion of inclusion.
This the mess that I hear Lonnie Love talking.
Well, she's got a white
And-
boyfriend. I guess she would.
Yep, and
know?
and Whoopi Koonberg.
Yeah, she had a white boyfriend. Ted
yep,
Danson, remember?
yep,
Well,
and-
he put on blackface back in the night.
And Sonny Horston, who's
Yeah,
black
she
she black
so
one
fake.
day,
She's
and
so fake,
then she
man.
turned Puerto
That's what
Rican
I'm
the
saying.
next.
She's a damn feather in the wind.
And
She don't know where the hell
It was
she's going.
bad, man, when Megan McCain called you out. She didn't want to bring
Yes.
J-Lo. We gonna get
Yes.
on J-Lo in a minute,
Oh
but
my gosh.
she didn't want to, comment on J-Lo doing this Motown tribute thing.
Well, see, she considers J-Lo more her sister than any black
Yes, she
woman
do.
because they're both. Well, Hoskins is supposed to be half Latino or whatever, but in her heart,
But
she
in her
probably-
heart, she's mostly
than black.
Latino than anything.
Okay, she's married to a Latino man, so that lets you know where she stands.
'Cause when you hear them say, "Well, I'm mixed," "Well, I'm
Yeah,
other,"
That's a cop out, man.
they're everything except black.
Everything but
to
black.
them, they figured being black is some type of bad stigma. Even Rock, what was his name? Dwayne the Rock Johnson.
yeah,
These
yeah.
racially
I tell you
ambiguous
this,
Negroes.
to show you how The Rock is so far removed from being black. In his movies, just give me one. Have you ever seen in any of his movies him paired with a black woman as a wife or a girlfriend?
Never.
Never. The little cutesy movies he does, he always white kids or mixing. Hey, look,
There's a movie that he produced, and I think it's something about family. And I believe him and a bunch of white folks, I believe those are some of his relatives. I mean, that's how the movie supposed to, give the illusion to people. Because, man, I was done with this cat, man, when he did, what was that? The Lion King, whatever. The
Jumanji?
it was some movie about a king. The Scorpion King.
Scorpion King.
I was done with that cat then, man.
Yeah.
I mean, hell,
He's faking it to make it. The thing is, that's the recreation of people and all that stuff. All that stuff that they want you to believe is fake. It's plastic.
And like this movie, he's getting ready to do. What's the guy named? John Henry.
John Henry
And
is a black
dark
man,
as a
not
dark
a
black
mixed-
man,
not
not
a
mixed.
not a mixed black man, but a black man. And they picked him of all people to portray John Henry.
And then in the comic book movies, like in X-Men, come on, they couldn't get a dark sister to play Storm. Let me see, all of them that play Storm has been biracial women. Halle Berry.
They are replacing black people with mixed
And let me see, I can't
The
think of this
agenda.
other chick name that played Storm in X-Men Days of what's that? The Apocalypse. I can't think of that girl
people. I
name
know you
because
the young one, the young
she
one.
was biracial. I
Yeah,
think she was struggling with some stuff about the way she was being picked in Hollywood,
Mhm.
and then Hollywood they picked these Hispanic people to play other black people.
Mhm.
What's his name? Laz
Zoe Saldana,
Laz Alano.
Laz Alonso.
What's her name? O'Donnell, whatever her name is. She's always in something as a black woman. And I had to bring that to a friend of mine. I said, that's not a sister. So, man, sister, fine. Nope,
And my
she's
thing
not
is
one of
this.
us.
My thing is this: they don't have a sister or brother. Well, I'm not gonna say all of them, but a lot of them don't have a sister or brother mindset because see, black is not
I'm
just,
gonna say all of them jump.
well. What I'm saying is, black is not just a skin color. It's having not just the complexion or the appearance, but it's also a certain mindset.
And the experience. 'Cause they
Character,
do
and the
not
experience,
live.
right?
They do
right.
not live our experience,
Mhm.
and
Because-
they want to take and borrow from
No,
the culture.
they want to steal. They want to
Steal.
steal. Okay,
I stand corrected.
appropriate.
I stand corrected.
Appropriate. Yes.
There's a YouTube clip out here where a young lady sitting on a panel and they were talking about Bruno Mars and a few other people. And she was just saying, she was saying some hard stuff about Bruno. Like even if he
Mhm.
died, she would bake a cake. I mean, she
Mm.
was going in. I understand her
Mhm.
frustration because I don't listen to the dude music.
You know what? I'm gonna say this. I like Bruno's music, but he's a culture vulture. I mean, I ain't gonna lie for him. He's a
Well,
culture
look at the
vulture.
music that he didn't sample. I think Charlie
He's-
he had to kick some money out to Charlie Wilson and a
Mhm.
few other people. He got some of that Zapp and Roger, and especially on that
Listen,
Uptown Funk song.
let me say this. I heard Professor Black Thought. What's up, Professor Black Thought?
Oh man, what a great brother!
Mr. Superboy
And
so
the Black
many other
Authority,
brothers and sisters that have the consciousness. That
Phil
have the
from the
third eye.
Advice
Phil,
Show.
the Advice
Even I
Show.
disagree with you sometimes, Phil.
Even though Phil, we had issues with you not too long ago. But you still our brother.
Mr. Controversy, man, got to shout him out. You shout Harvey out.
Yeah, Harvey.
Nicole's View, you get her.
All of them.
The Fly Nubian Queen, that network,
All of them. It's too many to name. But the thing is, all of those who have your third eye open, and you standing on that consciousness, and you part of that conscious movement. We're with you. We are. And this is no hatred against anyone, because we don't do that. But what we are not going to do is let someone who hates us
disrespect us,
slide and use us and steal our stuff, and then continue to talk about us and dog us out. Which brings me up to the chick, Gina Rodriguez from Jane the Virgin. She's been out of pocket, man, lately. Bashing black women, black people behind the scenes. She's another one.
Now she's more upfront with it now.
Well, she is now, but check this out. An Asian woman of all people busted her out and stuff, and was talking about how she was bashing black folks and stuff. And man, this chick ain't got no love. But she's just
what's this new movie she got? She has a new movie. I think it's like a cartoon or something. Her and a young lady from Blackish, the girl that played the older sister. Mm-hmm. They were talking about the movie toward the end of the interview. First thing she got to talking about was Latino representation. Yeah, Gina, but you need to talk to white folks. Black people didn't do this to you.
See, she don't see white folks as her enemy, because she's trying to be one of them. And the thing is this: everybody sees black people as the enemy. Unfortunately, we're not the enemy. We don't set policy. And
she was hating on the black. She was hating on the Black Panther, along with a bunch of other racist Asians.
About where are the Latinos at? Well, hey, make your own damn Black Panther.
Make your own damn movie. I'm sure Marvel got some Latino characters. They can find interesting to make.
There's a character called the White Tiger. That's a Latino character, Hector Elizondo. I might have gotten the last name wrong, but his name is Hector something. But anyway, he was the White Tiger, martial artist, great character. Now it's a female, because I think Hector died or whatever. So his niece or something took on the mantle of the White Tiger, and she's a great character. So hey, focus on that. But leave our stuff alone and stop attacking us like we set policy in this damn country. We're under the same oppression you all are, but you're too damn stupid to know it.
And like you said, she's trying hard to be, European.
Yeah, they're too busy.
And they figured, they come and attack us, that'll get them some brownie points off Master's table.
Well, who doesn't attack black people? That's the agenda in the country.
Everybody.
People will throw you a bone.
And speaking of people with complaints, like I was telling some young sisters, when that trick, what she call herself, Cardi B. I normally call her something else, but I'm gonna be nice. She can barely
talk, man, let alone rap. She can't rap at all.
She's real ratchet. She's a imagery of the hood rat sister.
That's the agenda that they got her pushing. Mm-hmm. See, Cardi B is an agent of the enemy. They bring her in to popularize this
and normalize
of black women and make it a normal thing. So you bring her in, she's trying to win you all over and trying to display the image of black women as ghetto and ratchet and everything negative, of course, because that's all they do. Every aspect that they come at us, it's from a negative point.
And all the things they say about you sisters, they can get that stuff off, and they can get the laugh through Cardi B through attacking you.
Like a big toe to me.
And she looked like old.
She's ugly with makeup. She's definitely ugly without it.
She looked like an old bird to me, man. I saw her on that little video.
A marabou.
Every word she kept saying, she kept ending with the N word. First of all, you don't even associate yourself with us.
Like to use that word
but we know they got some that African blood in them.
They got some, but they don't.
And you Latino people, your music. That's African. I'm just letting you know.
They know it, but they're not going to.
You ain't going to admit it. And America want to try to hide it from us. Sisters and brothers, if we didn't create music, the world wouldn't even know what sound is.
Well, you know what? The thing about it is this. You see whose culture is dominant. Ours. Because everybody comes to the black community.
Everybody want a swagger jack from us, John.
That's right.
Swagger jack.
They do. And so they don't go to the white community to try to steal country music. They don't go to the white community to try to steal opera. They don't go to the white community.
They come down to the hood.
Community. They know what's popping. They know what's great.
And we need to quit being, so entertained by, ooh, there's a white guy. He's doing our music. Look what happened to Sam Cooke. He came in, and what did he do? One of the first crimes he committed was coming against Michael Jackson.
No, not Sam Cooke.
Sam Smith. Excuse me. I'm sorry about that.
Well, that's what I'm saying. They like what did Paul Mooney say? Everybody want to be a what, but don't want to be.
Everybody want to be anywhere, but don't want to be anywhere. Everybody want our
They want
flavor,
what we have,
but you don't want
they
our
don't-
struggles.
They don't want the condemnation that goes along.
You
with
don't
being
want
that.
the everyday struggles and life and tribulations of black people. You don't
No.
want it, but you
But
want
we-
to swagger
but we
jack
love-
our flavor.
hey, we love the way you do that, boy. They're cool, man. I want that from them. Yes,
We-
take it, you know.
Our young people. It's gonna have to start with a lot of y'all, because y'all the ones
And
that's
we're
allowing them calling you the N-word,
thinking it's cool.
thinking it's cool, and thinking it's
and it
accepted.
doesn't matter if it's ER or A at the end. It's still the same.
It's still
Do
nigga.
you know I had this conversation with some coworkers,
Mhm.
some former coworkers, when I worked at Hertz Rent-A-Car back in 2004, 5, and so between 2004 and 6, I worked at Hertz Rent-A-Car. I was trying to convey to them at that time, we ain't got no better. We've only gotten worse with this situation.
This is back in the 90s, right?
No, this is early 2000s, between 2004 and 6.
Okay.
And they were saying, well, we didn't say ER, we used the A. I said, it don't matter how you spell it, the meaning is the same. I said,
Some young brothers.
yeah, man. Young and
I
dumb.
think it make a difference if you use the A at the end. It's still nigga. Nigga, it's still the same.
I want to give a shout out to our brother Aaron Magruder with the Boondocks, because he got an episode in there where this is an issue. There's an episode about this because Riley's teacher, his white teacher, calls him a nigga instead of a nigger. And he said, well, I thought it was acceptable. I thought I was being cool. Hey, my nigga. All that kind of, so you cannot give these people a free pass on this stuff, man, because they play all kinds of. They play every game in the book.
It goes back
Don't
to
be stupid.
Educating your kids on race. I remember years ago, I was talking to my sister. She, I was saying, better teach these girls about race. And I think she said, oh, they too young to know. I said, they ain't too young to be discriminated against.
That's right.
They are plotting against your
tell you
baby.
What, no. Let them commit a crime at a young age and see if they don't try them as an
They're going to be tried as an
They
adult.
do that with us all the time.
Yeah.
Young black man just got 118 years and something that supposedly took place. I can't remember what it was, but it's incredible, man. That's all I can say. But anyway, it's so much more we got to talk about. Steve Harvey, as you brought up. Let me mention that before we get back to it. I want to give a shout out to Monique. We want to give a shout out to Monique because she was standing on something real. She was speaking.
Oh, man. She stood up,
show.
man. Even though I had a few disagreements with Mo.
I've had some with her too. But I'm in of agreement. We're more in agreement with her than we are disagreement.
We big time in agreement with her, man.
So one thing we're definitely in agreement about where she's concerned is her appearance on the Steve Harvey show and how she conducted herself and how she was coming at Steve and keeping it real, because Steve was being super ultra fake. Okay. I've had some issues with Steve Harvey for quite some time, though, to tell you the truth.
Yeah, we do not like you, Steve.
My thing is this. I'm not mad at anyone who's making their money. Okay. I'm not mad at that. But how we make our money makes all the difference.
Talk, John.
All the difference in the world. So you're not going to sell your soul to make your money, are you?
And this the man.
That's what they demand.
This the man that tried to cut Bernie Mac throat, man. I'm talking about Steve Harvey.
I know. Ain't the man that tried nothing. It's the man that succeeded. Okay.
So, I think it was over a movie part. I don't know if it was Ocean's 11, one of those movies. And Mac was hurt by that, man. But Steve, no, Steve has no shame in his game.
Well, he proved that on his show when he had Monique on there, because he's telling Monique, hey, we black out here. That's true. We know we've always been black. That's why we have to endure what we have to endure at the hands of our oppressors. But the thing is this, we're always going to be black. We always going in this country, we're always going to be treated as though we're black. You know what I'm saying? And that's mistreatment.
And the minds of a lot of these white people, they still see us. They see us as slaves, as property.
They never change.
And a lot of them wish it could go back to those days like their granddaddies had it.
What, baby? It ain't got to go back to nothing. The only thing that's different today is that they don't have chains hanging off of our bodies.
No, a lot of them would love for us to go back to those days where they had us in chains and stuff. But the chains on a lot of our minds right now.
So the experiment is, after a while, after they've learned that, hey, I can't jump out of this jar, I keep hurting my head, you can take the lid off the jar. Guess what? They will stay in that jar. Those are the conditions that they have black people under. We're still in the jar.
Threat of The threat of
We're
fear.
still in our jar. The lid is off, but we're still in the jar.
And a lot of
That's
us,
why you don't
the
have-
chances off, a lot of us are still chained up in the mind.
That's right. That's why we no longer have chains hanging off of our
Mhm.
bodies, because they have them on our heads. We need to get a copy. Everybody needs to get a copy of Carter G. Woodson's Miseducation of the Negro.
Yeah.
They got a sister on the
another
cover who's got a
great book.
shackle around her head, in case you don't know. That's the biggest trick the slave master ever pulled, was convincing his slaves to trust him. Now, if you could trust him,
The
he wouldn't be
Willie Lynch
syndrome.
program.
You know what? If you could trust him, he wouldn't be your master.
It's
Okay.
amazing, man. And Christianity, that Bible played a huge role in it. And that Bible got a lot of us, man, just mentally defeated.
That's right. You know, some people will get mad and say, well, that's not me. That's not the life I'm living. Hey, that's great.
I
great.
love everybody. I can't stand
But no, but the
fools
question I
like
would
that.
have with them is, do you love yourself?
No, they don't.
Do you
They
love
love
yourself?
everybody
I
else.
know.
Everybody else first, Jump, and your people.
Don't even
Man,
register. Don't even
Don't even
register.
register. Don't even
But the
register.
thing is,
Don't bother.
if you got love for everybody, make sure you got love for yourself first. Okay,
Mhm.
yourself and your people first. Charity starts at home.
Yes,
You know, it really does. So we just want to throw some of those issues out there. We know we've been talking for a minute, but there's so much to cover, and there's a lot more to cover.
Hey, the chat room is wide open, and we
So-
will take your comments.
Yeah.
You know, we don't have the phone system and stuff going up, so you know, just bear with us. We will have a phone system going real soon, so just bear with us. But we will answer you out this chat room. We will answer.
That's always been an integral part of In the Mix. And as Vader said, we're going to incorporate that into the show. But right now, we're just voicing some opinions, some views, and whatnot, and so forth. And we're going to reestablish the phone lines and stuff so we can talk to
talk to you one-on-one.
Yeah, that's always been a great part of the show. And we're going to get back to that. But right now, we're going to get back to the music. And the last song you heard was Cutie Pie. We started the show off with that. And this right here is our brother Sam Bostic. I don't know if you all remember this brother. This brother used to be in a group called Art and Soul. So this is a cut that he came out with a little while back called Take Our Time. You listen to In the Mix with Vader and Jump Street.
And we will be back with some more talk. We're gonna just take a pause for the calls.
Yeah, we don't want to talk you out completely.
Yeah,
So-
but we want to talk a little bit, let you know that we are concerned about what's going on. We will talk about this old nitwit in the White House that everybody call the president. We will talk about the overgrown man child.
And we got to talk about Jennifer Lopez hosting the Motown.
We will get to it. So we're gonna just take a break and probably play a few songs.
Yeah. We'll be back after.
Oh, before we go, I want to remind all you wrestling fans out there, Shaft gave me a call and told me to let our YouTube audience know to come over to Facebook and visit the Ferguson USA Hot Talk Radio page and check out the baddest brand new independent wrestling radio talk show called Outside the Ring. We're talking all wrestling. We're talking about a little Raw, a little SmackDown, but most of the show we are dealing with independent wrestling all over the United States, all over the different countries. Check Shaft out for Outside the Ring every Wednesday from 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. Central Standard Time on our Facebook page, Ferguson Hot Talk Radio. Jump, cue it up. Let's go to the break.
We'll be back right after this.
Girl, I know that I hurt you, took away all your trust in me. I should have been a better man. It was all about honesty. For that I apologize. For every day you cried. Maybe this could be the last time I hold you. Maybe this could be the last time I kiss you, baby. Baby, let's just take our time. Let's give it another try. I was dipping in your best friend. And it didn't faze me. I must have been crazy to ever try to do it that way. Oh, and now I'm sitting here all alone thinking about you, wondering where you at when I'm not around you. Now my whole life has changed and we can start over again. If you give me another chance to prove my love to you, I would never let you down. I'll do what I gotta do what I gotta do.
I realized that I ain't being the man I'm supposed to be. Mama told me treat my woman right and keep her close to me. All of the arguments and fighting, what has come over me? Tripping, hurting your feelings, making you look at me totally different. But hold on, let's slow down. Whoa, now, let's take our time. Press rewind and give this thing another try. Wipe the tears up out your eye. Kiss you softly on your lips. Squeeze you with a firm grip. I'll never wanna let go of this.
Baby, let's just take our time. Let's give it another try. Baby, let's just take our time. Can you give it another try? Let's give it another try.
All right. That was Sam Bostic with Take Our Time.
Take your time, do it right.
Okay, and then more
And-
words of who? The SOS,
SOS
band.
band. And you know what? It's just good to take your time with things and approach them, in a nice, good, positive way, positive vibe. We're not just on here complaining. Now maybe we are complaining. I think sometimes it's good to complain. They say, "Well, I'm not gonna complain." That's because you happy with the status quo, Negro. It's okay to complain. It's okay to talk about what's wrong. It's okay to speak truth to power.
But I understand we also have to find solutions to all these complaints.
Yeah,
and
find
stuff.
some
But
solutions
that-
and try to, motivate. We know we ain't gonna be able to solve racism, but at the same time, we got to still stay on the course and motivate each and every one of us to keep pushing.
no doubt.
Even if I don't like you, but I'm gonna tell you this: ain't nobody of another persuasion gonna use me to hurt that brother or that sister.
That's right.
I'm not that kind of man.
No.
I can just like you from afar and deal with my
We
differences
can have
with
our
you.
issues, but
Yeah.
you know what? How come we as Black people can't sit down and discuss our issues diplomatically like other races do? Because they've got us turned against each other, and we allow that to happen.
You know what, Jump? I think they go at it too. They probably, a lot of them smart enough to do it off the scene. We just take everything out and put
Air
the
our
dirty laundry out
Yeah,
there.
Yeah,
That's why I hate these old stupid talk shows and
We
a
like
lot of these
we
old
like causing
dumb
a
judge
scene.
shows.
Yeah, we
I
like
wish-
causing a scene.
I wish
amongst
they
each other.
take Maury off the air. I wish they would take.
You
what's
know
that
what?
other
Maury
dumb
Povich
show?
is so racist, man. Well,
Yeah, he's racist.
Nah,
He's a racist
he
dog.
is a racist. But I was
Jerry
gonna say
Springer,
something
take
else.
him
Jerry
off.
Springer's a racist.
And that bald head geek, Steve Wickles, take him off.
Mm.
And Steve, even
But you
take you off too.
Well, they push the stereotypical agenda as it relates to Black people. Okay. And baby daddies and sleeping with everybody in the family and all that bull crap, man.
And take what's her name, Ivana Van Zandt, and take her
Iyanla
butt
Van
off.
Zandt.
She had one guy on there with all these kids. I'm not even going to it. And she think that she's doing something. She thinks she's being cute. And that trash is over there on Oprah's network, and that when she don't fully 100% own anymore.
Well, what they are doing is working for the enemy. These are agents of the enemy.
Oh, look at you, stole it.
Agents of the enemy, man. All these fake Black leaders that they present to us and stuff.
They're weak.
They're not.
They're
they don't
like
mean
toast
they don't
dipped in milk.
They don't mean us any good.
No,
they are
good.
milk toasts. That's
Yeah.
what they are.
What my boy Tyree Nasheed say? They soft shoe coolant. Coonan.
Yeah, soft shoe cooning. Yeah, what's up,
Soft,
Tariq Nasheed?
soft shoe Coonan.
Yeah, soft shoe cooning. Yeah, I said cooning.
Yeah,
But,
that's how he
soft
probably
shoe
doing some of
cooning.
that too, Jump.
Yeah, they're doing it all. They're doing everything wrong as it relates to us.
You know, let's these knuckleheads running for office. You know, before we get that,
I don't trust
Donald
any of them.
Trump. I believe they're gonna came in and get this dude this money for this wall. There are more
Let
other
me say this,
stressing
Vader.
important things.
It ain't even for the wall.
Nah,
That's
it
just the
ain't for
excuse they're
wall.
throwing out there. Trump made a
There's
lot
some,
of people
there's
a
some
lot of
other
promises.
crazy things.
He
this
made a
man finna
lot
do.
of people, a lot of rich people, a lot of promises before he took office, and now he's got to make good on those promises.
You
So the
know that-
wall is just the excuse that they're using, but it ain't got nothing to do with this wall.
You know that Bubba vote that he got?
Mhm.
They're looking for that wall. They're not looking for nothing else from this dude.
Well,
They looking for
what
the
I'm
wall.
saying, I'm saying they might be, but Trump is just using the wall as an excuse because he's trying to make good on other promises that he made to these folks, and it's time to pay up. So the wall is that's just an excuse, man. That's a smokescreen.
And I believe the
you can't
Democrats.
believe
I believe the
nothing they say.
Democrats gonna roll over, and they're gonna let this dude punk them.
Well, the Democrats are rollover artists. They roll over for everything, you know. I just don't politics, and I just don't trust any of it. It's not my game. But anyway,
No.
we're gonna get back to this music. This is In the Mix with Vader and Jump Street. Got another cat here that we've been loving this guy for a long time, Mr. Andre. Oh man, it's Mr. Andre Moore, man. You remember him?
Mhm.
You remember him? This cat right here has been part of the In the Mix family for a long time. What's up, Sonny
And,
Metcalf?
and you know, we're gonna come back and talk some more, but we're gonna really truly go into the music probably around 11 and somewhere like that. But you know, we're gonna give you a little bit of music, but
Yeah.
we're gonna come back and we're gonna get into this Motown tribute thing.
We got to, man, because that's a serious issue.
Yeah,
too.
we're gonna
Yeah.
get back into that. But
Yeah.
these three knuckleheads, well, these two knuckleheads that running for office, you know, I'm not interested in Kamala Harris smoking weed, listening to Snoop
I'm
Dogg.
not
You know,
interested
Snoop
in
Dogg
Kamala.
and Tupac didn't have albums out in '86.
No, they did not. We didn't even know who they were.
No.
You know, they were still questioning.
I'm not worried about the weed she smoked or none of that.
That's-
This woman was
that's
a
a
terrible
distraction.
prosecutor. She
That's
was
a distraction.
terrible.
You know
Her
what
record
she's-
is
you know what
horrible.
she's doing? You know what she's doing? I ain't trying to be funny. She's taking the Bill Clinton route. You know that? Oh, I smoked it, but I didn't inhale.
Yeah,
You know?
I'm gonna play this Cardi B and first of all, if Cardi B the only black singer you can throw up, well, I think she's a rapper.
Well, see, the agenda is she's got to push Cardi B just like the industry is pushing Cardi B. See, Cardi B is an agent. She's an agent of the enemy also.
She had her hair all back. I guess she wanted to try to show a little naps. This woman don't even associate with
She's
being
not
one of
black.
us. She's
She's
another Sonny Horston. One minute she want to play up to being black,
She
then
coming
she
just
want
like
to
Obama
swing
did.
back to being an Indian or whatever she is.
We can't trust everybody that look like us, y'all.
And when they shot the Black Agenda question at her, she was mostly talking about the HBCUs and everything. Every black person not in college, Kamala.
That's right.
And what about that brother sister that's struggling on 2 or 3
She can't
jobs
relate to
just to
them.
make ends meet?
She can't
She
relate
can't
to them.
relate.
No.
This woman do not care about our community, and a lot of people like Roland Martin, Angela Rye. I used to like Angela Rye, but I done had to throw her ass under the bus
Mhm.
too. And what's that other woman name? That big old woman like Magilla Gorilla, Simone Sanders. She said that a lot of us as black men need to sit down and shut up and not have an opinion. You know, I think her and Luther Campbell, the Two Live Crew, I don't know if they were sitting on some type of panel or something. She had a disagreement with him.
Well,
And he don't believe she can get that black vote either.
all agents of the enemy. That's all I'm saying. That's why that's why these people's names are out here now. See, if you notice this, the enemy always brings some new people to us, people that we quote unquote are supposedly able to trust. You know what I mean? Where do these people come from? Where did Barack Obama
They
come from?
they manufacture
these
these
so-called
coons.
black
They
leaders,
pop up.
and they work for the enemy. That's why the agenda never changes.
And
It only
this
gets
thing
worse.
with Obama, you're not going to get no more Barack Obamas. Old girl thought she was
I
going.
pray we don't.
She thought she was going to ride in on that Barack Obama 2.2.
He tricked you. Let me see if I
train.
can trick you. Yeah, he tricked you. Let me
It's
see if I
not
can trick
going
you
to
as
work.
well.
Send the word.
No, it shouldn't have. But anyway,
Anyway, just go ahead and take us to a break, man. Give us some music, man.
you're
Give us some
listening in the
Andre
mix.
Moore.
Yeah, you're listening in the mix with Vader and Jump Street, talking about a lot of social issues and whatnot, things that must be discussed in our community. and things that must be rectified in our community. But right now, we're going to get back to the music. As I stated earlier, this is Andre Moore with No Breaking Up out of the Sonny Metcalf Camp. What's up, Sonny?
And to some of you brothers out there might have messed up with a good sister, this music is for you, and I'm going to give you some homework. Go home and get that sister who's willing. Hug her and love her. Do something nice for her. Tell her, hey, baby, you don't have to cook. I'm taking you out to eat.
Be a man.
Hey, baby, I got the bills.
Be a
Sit
man.
back and chill. Do something nice. Don't just say you love her with your lips. Show that you love her with your actions.
There you go.
Yeah, cook a little something. Do a little something. Damn it, do something worthwhile where she can sit back and smile and just lay back and be cool.
Being a man is an action word.
Yeah, and then get off your ass. Make it happen. Make it happen for yourself.
Wow. Yeah. Alright, let's go. You're the one I want. You're the one I need. Girl, I really need you, 'cause right now I'm feeling incomplete. You're really special, something I never had. I've had a lot of girls and you can't be compared to the ones in the past, no. You're like a diamond, shining in every way. You caught my eye like a jewelry store from far away, yeah. There's no competition, you've already won the race. You're not gonna do me any favor like and I know what I need. I need a girl that's perfect for me. And that will try to complete your mission. No breaking up, no breaking up, no breaking up, no breaking up with me. I've been in lots of relationships, none of the work. Why do I join into love knowing that it hurt? I got you on a pedestal, you come first. You got what I deserve, you got what I deserve. You're beautiful, a bloom flower, cool as the way to be, yeah. You're the opposite of depression. You actually taught me a lesson. You've got to go find your dream. And I know what I need. I need a girl that's perfect for me. And that will try to complete your mission. No breaking up, no breaking up, no breaking up, no breaking up with me. I've done a lot of wrong, but also done a lot of right. So would you please be mine to make sure this is right? You're a diamond to me, girl, the most precious true love. And I know you're here to stay, girl. You're so intellectual and your sensual skin. And I'm on it, and I'm on it, and I'm on it, on it. It seems like I'm living in heaven when I see your face. So I give you all the grace and you go your separate way. And I know what I need. I need a girl that's perfect for me. And that will try to complete your mission. No breaking up, no breaking up, no breaking up, no breaking up. And I know what I need. I need a girl that's perfect for me. And that will try to complete your mission. No breaking up, no breaking up, no breaking up, no breaking up with me.
All right, that was Andre Moore out of that Sonny Metcalf Camp with No Breaking Up. You know, me and Vader have just been talking about a bunch of social issues and concerns concerning the Black community. primarily.
And Jump, let the people know to feel free to leave their comments in the chat room. We
Please
will
do.
we will answer you the best to our ability. Feel free to express yourself. Even if you don't like something we said, still express yourself.
Right. It's your dime.
This is it's your
speak
show.
your mind.
It's your show.
That's right.
We don't disrespect people when they call in. We don't talk to y'all smug. We don't do that. We respect all of you, whether you like what we're saying or not.
But you should have the freedom to say
You
it.
should have the freedom to say it, as long as you're not on here cussing. And in the chat room, you can have your freedom to say what you want in there. But on the air, we want to be decent and respectful.
That's right, because we have
you can
children
still
listening.
you can still talk
parents,
without using all
grandparents.
that profanity and getting real goofy
Right.
with it.
And if you
you know.
can't, then what's the problem?
Yeah, what's the problem? What's the
What
problem?
did Bain say in Malcolm X? A man only cusses when he can't find the words.
Mm,
You know what I mean? To express himself. So
That's
we're
right.
not going that route. We're
Yeah.
intelligent people.
that's
We have to
right.
convey our intelligence and our wisdom.
Mhm.
And if we can't do that towards each other, then how can we do it towards anybody else? So
Yeah.
why would anybody take us seriously if we can't even communicate amongst ourselves?
Jump, if I had something, this Motown thing. First of all, man,
Mhm.
it was made in a period of time where, our people were still catching hell, man. Still trying to
Never stop.
get rights. Dr. King, Malcolm, all them cats was on the scene back then. And black music was just setting the tone to what real talent and real music was about. Berry Gordy didn't have his artists out here prancing and twerking, having the females looking like little tricks. It was about poise. It was about class
Right,
and style.
But you see
and
how the
being
enemy has
dignity.
denigrated our class and
Oh,
our integrity.
God,
Hey,
yeah.
going back to what Monique said. At the end of the day, integrity is more important than money. Okay.
Yeah, I agree with
At the end
Monique.
of the day, integrity is more important than money, because after you make your money, I want to be able to look in the mirror at myself.
Before we go on the Motown thing, let's stay on this thing with
Mhm.
Steve Harvey. Steve Harvey was just pretty much doing what Whoopi Goldberg did, but I think Steve went a little further with it. Remember when Monique was on The View? First of all, them women treated Monique bad, treated her bad.
You know why? Because they're agents of the enemy, and the enemy always sicks his dogs on you, and they're to devour you.
And the worst one was Whoopi Goldcoon.
I knew you were
She
gonna
was
say
she
that.
was the worst one.
I knew you were gonna say she was,
And
because
that
she
and that
usually is.
and she was like, let me school you. It's like she was talking to one of her children or something. And Joy Bayard was like, which one is it? Is it gender? Is it race? Joy damn well it was race first. Come on, sisters. Don't
'Cause
be
nobody
out
give a
here.
damn about what your gender is. They see race first.
Don't
okay?
be out here playing games. It's like, and
But
we'll
they're put
we'll
in
touch on that Empire boy too.
Mhm.
We'll touch on him too.
What-
You
They're
know,
put in place to keep up confusion, Vader.
Yeah.
That's what it's about.
and they knew it was wrong because when they had Michelle Williams on there,
Mhm.
and she was talking about, being a woman and being underpaid, they were real kind toward her. But they treated Monique like, the nerve of you. Just go take it.
Well,
go
you know
sit
what?
down.
Monique, the difference is
It was race.
Monique brought the fire. She was telling the truth. See, anytime you tell the truth for toward period, and you're in that industry, they don't play that game. They don't tell the truth about anything. So anybody who's supposed to be working for them, you better not tell the truth. Drake stood up at the Grammy Awards and told the truth. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? I'm not a big fan of Drake's or anything like that, and I put him
Me
down as
neither.
I'm not a
Me
fan of
neither.
his, but I'm a fan of anyone who's got the wherewithal and the character to tell the truth about anything.
I think he was just calling the BS out. There's a few
was.
of those guys that didn't show up.
He said we live the arena we play in, the sporting arena, it's a lot. There are a lot of opinions that shape the industry that we work in and so forth. I'm not quoting him. I'm just saying to the best of my ability,
Mhm.
the one I can remember that he said.
Yeah.
And we live in a very we work in a very opinionated industry, and opinion shapes people's mindsets. So he said, if you are somebody who are working, okay, he said people are going out spending their hard-earned cash out in the cold and snow and stuff, buying tickets to come to our shows and stuff.
Yeah.
He said, you know what? If you're already a hero, he said, you don't need this. Talking about the Grammy, because see, those awards don't make you. Okay, They shouldn't anyway. They do
your
something.
hard work and your talent
That's
alone
right.
makes you.
Those awards should not make you, because if it takes an award to make you, then you got a lot of problems. Because I'm gonna tell you
Yes,
something.
you do.
What are you going to be if you don't get an award? Is it going to be the end of you because you don't get a Grammy, American Music Award, or what? To hell with a Grammy.
You want Masters pat on the head and you want that validation.
Yeah.
Let's get back to to Steve, cutthroat himself. And he threw Monique under the bus.
He did.
And one of the things,
and she said that.
He kept sticking his finger in her face. And then I want to, if anybody can name a time when Steve had white people in the show.
Oh, he ain't gonna do that to them.
And
he knows
that. That's my point.
He knows better.
And he had Paula Deen on the show. There's a woman famous for using the N-word and everything. This man gave her an opportunity to come to this ranch and help little boys to work in the culinary skills.
Yeah, giving Confederate parties and stuff like that, and just living vicariously in the old plantation.
But
days
Monique didn't get none of that nice treatment that he gave Paula Deen.
What did I just say, baby? They sick their dogs on you, and they come after you. These are rabid dogs. They sick on you, and they come after you with everything.
And they claim it wasn't black and white. Those white folks out there in Hollywood control that money. Steve knew he was lying.
He gonna say something stupid like, "It ain't a black man's game. It ain't a white man's game. It's the money game." Hey, man, the white man's game is the money game. Who do you think
he controls the money? And Steve,
but he can't. He ain't gonna say that. He
ain't gonna say it. But Steve was trying to.
He was
trying to be safe. But that show getting ready to go anyway because the ratings been down very low.
I wonder why.
I don't know if that's Kelly Clarkson or somebody
supposed to be replacing.
That's going to replace him. I think Steve's show have tanked out in the ratings so low. Now, when he bring Monique on, I think he strictly brought Monique on to try to save his show.
Ratings,
and we never know what kind of undercover scheme that him and Monique might have going on. Because at the end of it, they were still cool.
Yeah.
But somewhere along the way, I believe there's a much deeper undercover agenda also going on with this thing with him and Monique.
Well, he stated on the show that you pissed off some very powerful people, which she did. Oprah Winfrey, Tyler Perry, and Lee Daniels. When the Precious movie came out, she didn't go and promote the movie like
overseas. They wanted her to go overseas for free. Now, I wonder what other actor in Hollywood go out here anywhere, even in the States, to go promote a movie for free. I'm sure all of them get paid and get some money. They wanted this girl to work for free. Oprah and Tyler and what's the other fruity boy name? Lee Daniels. All three of them were wrong.
Yeah, they're wrong. They've been wrong.
Now, me personally, I think I'd have handled it a little differently than Monique.
Well, I'm gonna say
getting out there on that stage. I would have did it a little differently, but at the same time, I can't say
how we would.
I'm not Monique.
I'm gonna say this too. Hopefully I would have handled it differently, but being in that game and dealing with the people you have to deal with, we don't know how we would have handled it, to tell you the truth. Because first of all, I don't want to be in that game.
No.
And the thing is, if you're in that game, they twist your arm. They don't give you a choice to do what you want to do. They twist your arm. That's why her career has tanked. And they tanked it.
And so, Steve was hell bent. He just kept pushing. Well, you gotta, apologize. He just he wouldn't let it go. It's like if he was talking to a sibling to go back and beg for mom and daddy's forgiveness or something.
Well, see, that's different. Mom and dad are different.
But that's the way this guy. That's the way that this guy was coming, man.
Yeah.
And he act like they were like the most 3 top important people in the world.
When in that, I don't want to call too many names, but anyway, in that arena, they are 3 of the most powerful people. But the thing is, in the overall scheme of things,
I already think nobody black has no power in Hollywood.
Let me say this. You're right, but let me say this. Amongst us, they do, is what I'm saying.
Yeah,
not in the overall scheme of things.
Average poor person that's punching the clock. Oh yeah, they got some juice, and they're not the most creative people because the stuff Tyler Perry been creating and putting in the box office ain't really been a smash.
Right.
What was that movie? This turkey had out Matrimony. And then he had this other dumb movie with Tiffany Haddish butt in it.
Another Agent of the Enemy.
It didn't work. No. Now Lee Daniels, his Empire stuff haven't really been on and popping that much. And then he wants to create a superhero movie called Super B Word. He got this gay guy. I don't know, just some
I was
type
just
of.
getting ready to ask you if the dude was gay.
Yeah, he was gay.
Anyway, let's go on. But anyway, the thing is, these are agents of the enemy, and you can tell. You can tell by the way they operate, the way they attack other black people who don't do what they want them to do. My thing is this: first and foremost, I was with Monique from the get-go. Okay, she was right about Netflix and the whole shebang. She was right about all of that stuff.
She did two things I wasn't cool with. First of all, well,
she's one thing she supported Rosie.
There you go.
Rosie O'Donnell, but
Roseanne Barr. Roseanne Barr.
She supported her. Now, Monique, you were wrong for that.
You were wrong, Monique.
Wrong.
You were wrong, Mo. And quit calling her your sister.
Change your
and
sister.
Amy Schumer is not your sister.
Your sister shouldn't call you a nigga.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
any other
then
derogatory name.
She came out and defended that other fool, Tiffany Haddish. Here's a woman that ripped you up and took a shot at your husband. You gonna come out here and she ain't no baby. Don't call that woman no baby. She's a grown woman. She knew what she was doing when she pissed on you in Sydney. And then back to Steve Harvey one more time. Steve made the comment that Sydney can't come out and flex like he want to flex.
He can't be the real Sydney.
The real Sydney
out here like he is, at home and stuff like that. You know what?
I say be a man anywhere you appear.
So check this out. He said, we black. Yeah, we are black. We always been black.
I think it was the way he said it. I think it was like, we slaves.
It's exactly how he meant it. That's exactly how he meant it.
Know your place, Monique.
So
they'll whoop us. They'll sell us.
And what Paul Mooney say? Master, Monique gonna get us all in trouble. So, so the thing is, Steve Harvey was trying to remind her of that. See, like me and Vader just got to saying a few minutes ago.
I want to play a clip, man.
No, wait a minute, hold on. Vader we was just saying a few minutes ago that these people still own you. In their minds, they do. But the thing is, we're not owned in our minds. Well, some of us, I can't really say, but to me, Vader and people who think like us, nobody owns us, nobody but God. Mm-hmm. But the thing is, they manipulate us. They undermine everything we do. They undermine everything about us. Every move we make is undermined. Even when we think we're achieving, these folks are undermining everything, our success and everything. So if black people have achieved so much, I ask you, how come we're in the dire straits that we are today? Is it because we didn't achieve like we thought we were, or we didn't go as far during our achievement as we should have, or we thought we did? So either one or the other or both, okay? Because going back to Brother Bob Law, what's up, Bob? That brother educated me, Vader, and so many other people on. Oh my God, that brother there is so profound. He's a national treasure in the black community. Bob Law, and he, like he said, the 80s were the most deceptive decade in the history of this world. You know why? You got Stevie Wonder and Paul McCartney singing Ebony and Ivory. You got black and white collaborations. You got all this stuff. Hey, we think we're actually achieving and actually doing these things, but yet and still, here it is. You're still a nigga. You know what I mean? Black. This is 2019, and these white folks are still pushing black face.
Yeah.
How the hell are we achieving something and blackface, a remnant from the Jim Crow era, is still being perpetuated today in the almost in the damn year 2020? Yeah, Gucci. And another company,
and that's this white girl. I think it's the same chick. I'm not sure. I think it's the same girl. Katy Perry.
Katy Perry's another one of them. Her shoes,
and them shoes. I just saw that yesterday for the first time.
These white folks are not your friends. They don't like you. They only like you for as much. They only like you for the last penny they can turn off of you. Okay,
that's it.
I'm not, man. Anyway, look,
and Steve, and once again, Steve Harvey just showed how sorry and pitiful he are. I mean, this guy's he's a dog. Man. I'm getting tongue tied over here. Yeah. And then and there's another comment that he made that was that about the poor folks. He
said the best way you can help poor folks is not becoming one.
And that is a dirty, dirty comment. And you know what? A lot of y'all, gonna still support this dude.
It ain't the white man that's the problem. It's poor folks. Check this out. But anyway, we're gonna get back to the music.
No, man, a lot of our people gonna still go to this dude movies, buy his dumb movies. And first of all, why would you want a woman thinking like a man? Why would you want that? Steve Harvey, you destructive man, Jump,
But
I'm
he's-
trying hard not to cuss.
He's doing what they're he's
He-
following the
Car-
script.
Carrying,
He's following the script.
Carrying Masters orders.
Listen, we're going back to the music, and when we come back, you got your,
I think we
clip
done with.
queued up?
I think we done with Steve, man. Now you go ahead and do your thing. Now.
Okay.
We're gonna just get to the Motown. Then we're gonna rest of the show. We're going into music, man.
Okay, this is Vader and Jump Street on In the Mix, and this is Go City with I Really Miss You.
And check out Outside the Ring every Wednesday.
Never thought this way before. You would be my love, my joy. I really miss you. Really miss you. Love was never on my list till the day you kissed my lips. I really miss you. Really miss you. Didn't think that I could feel something so rich, so real. But when I doubted, you made me change my mind. Deep down inside I knew somehow it would be you to take my heart and melt it with your soul. You know how to love me, you know how to please me, you know how to treat me like the queen that I am. But we are always busy to find ways to see me, you know you can trust me, I won't stray away from you. Never thought this way before. You would be my love, my joy. I really miss you. Really miss you. Love was never on my list till the day you kissed my lips. I really miss you. Really miss you. I really miss you.
My pretty eyed lady, I knew you were the owner of my heart. I had to let you know it was meant for us to grow. And now we live in this ocean of love. I had to keep it real, let you know how I feel. Make you my wife, my queen for life. You know that I love you. You know that I need you. You know how to treat me like the king that I am. So we are always busy to find ways to see me. You know you can trust me, I will always be with
Never
you.
thought this way before. You would be my love, my joy. I really miss you.
Oh,
Really miss you. Love was never on my list till the day you kissed my lips. I really miss you. Really miss you. I really miss you. I can't imagine what I do. Without your love to come home to. I think I could choose me. To be with you, to care for you, my dream come true. You know how to love me, you know how to please me, you know how to treat me like the queen that I am.
And we are always busy to find ways to see me. You know you can trust me, I will always be.
Never thought this way before. You would be my love, my joy. I really miss you. Love was never on my list till the day you kissed my lips. I really miss you. Really miss you. Really miss you. Really miss you. Never thought this way before. You would be my love, my joy. I really miss you. Really miss you. Love was never on my list till the day you kissed my lips. I really miss you. Really miss you. Really miss you. Really miss you.
All right. That was Go City with I Really Miss You here on In the Mix with Vader and Jump Street. And you know what? We've been getting a lot of stuff off of our chest, as we sure you know. But there are so many things that happen on a daily basis. The constant attack of black people is never ending.
It's going in overdrive. And this Black History Month, man, it's like they're just showing us how much more they hate us.
You know what, Vader?
And they want to erase us from the history books.
By you saying that, Vader, you made me think of another story that I read.
Mm-hmm.
This white cop, I'm trying to remember what city it was. Gosh. Anyway, he stops this black woman, minor traffic violation.
I think I heard about it.
And at the end of the situation, he takes her car, impounds her car, and she has to walk home in freezing.
Yeah, this happened about maybe a week ago or something. Yeah, I remember this.
A couple 2 to 3 weeks ago.
Yeah,
But he takes this woman's car and makes her walk home in freezing temperatures, and stupidly records himself saying, "Yeah, that's black. How's that for Black Girl Power?
Right.
And this is how I celebrate Black History Month."
Mm-hmm.
A white cop and stuff like that. So, you know, when police officers get angry about blacks or other people of color saying that they don't care what happens,
it's black people they doing that damage to. Yeah, we're gonna keep it focused on us.
No, I mean it's focused on us, but I'm saying we're not the only ones that complain about how they treat us. But what I'm saying is
we get it the worst.
No, I know. But what I'm saying is when people say I don't care what happens to cops, then they get mad about it. Like, you know, I don't care what we do to you. You don't get on here and say you don't care what happens. Well,
that's because a lot of the so-called good cops never stand up. They don't say nothing.
They know
and with their silence, they're pretty much agreeing and going along with the behavior of their brethren.
Mm-hmm. So the thing is, that's one thing. He did that. And another cop.
That was another. I think it was a clip I saw by Mr. Superboy. I was looking at where this lady told a black cop, "I'm gonna call the Ku Klux Klan on you."
Yeah, I saw that one too.
And see, we can't blame Trump for this because this racism was already here when Trump got here. But Trump
just poured fuel on the fire.
Trump got like a big old can of gasoline to just put the fuel on the fire. And he was doing this way before he started running for president.
Like he was selected. And notice I said selected and not elected because nobody elected Trump.
Nah, he was selected.
They knew beforehand he was going to be the president. So don't buy that.
This guy make Bush almost look like a Boy Scout, and that's bad.
Yeah, it is.
That's bad.
I saw another story about this black cop had pulled this black woman. He was handcuffing her and thought he was going to pull her wig off. And it was actually her hair. She had long hair and pulled her hair and threw her down to the ground, manhandled her like they always do because they don't treat black women any different than they treat black men. Let's be real about it. And
we even have cops who are Hispanic cops up in Oklahoma that have raped black women. And you know that ugly Hispanic Michelle Malkin is standing right next to this guy this very day talking about he's innocent. So it's just okay to mistreat us and rape our women and do us dirty.
When is anybody truly innocent in America? When you mistreat black people?
Well, what Liz Brown used to say, God rest Liz Brown's soul.
Amen. What's up?
You know, it's not about the crime, it's about the person who stand accused.
It's the person.
Hey man, don't forget we gotta salute Frank Robinson. He passed away.
Frank, his legendary, iconic baseball player / manager, Frank Robinson.
I was just looking at the notes over here.
Yeah, I saw that a week or two ago. Who was the first black manager in Major League Baseball.
And you know what? I'm willing to bet you a lot of our young people don't even know nothing about him. And you know what?
Well, the sad part about
it is, I didn't even know much about him myself. And I'm in my 50s.
But the sad part about it is I don't think our young people even care. That's the sad part.
You know what, Jump? I'm gonna have to agree with you. I want to say I was gonna be in on it. No,
I hate to say it.
It almost make you just want to fall out.
We talk Black history. We preach Black history.
And it's still a lot, but I'm still learning.
You know what we're failing? We're failing in the Black history department with our children because our children are seeking acceptance from anyone but their own.
The wrong way.
They're seeking acceptance. They're making the same mistakes that we as grandparents made, seeking acceptance from their enemies. You will never be accepted by your enemy.
Yeah.
Okay.
No other groups and their kids are clueless like that except us. And we sitting up here, love everybody, love your enemy. I had a post on my Facebook page. We were discussing this and people talking about, well, the power of prayer. Hey, it's like this, man. you pray and you get up off your knees and you take action. You don't just sit back and pray your problems away.
proactive.
You got to be proactive and get off your butt.
That's right.
You know what, Jump? This Motown tribute, I'm waiting on you to lead us into it, man.
Okay, well, let's get on it, man, because
and I'm just trying to see if we covered everything. We know,
oh man, so much. I'm sure we've missed something, but we've covered a lot nonetheless. But let's get to this. As I'm sure many of you out there in the listening audience know, you know, the Motown Music Awards,
the Grammys.
They're going to be,
or as my boy my brother, let me see. I think he had the woke channel, as he say, the minstrel show.
You talking about woke progressive?
Yeah, man, that's a
my boy.
bad
Yeah,
boy.
That's another one of the brothers.
Yeah,
out there
I
who's-
agree with him, man.
Yeah.
It's the minstrel show.
Yeah. The thing it is the minstrel show. Unfortunately, it has been for quite some time. But the thing about it is this: of all the people, of all the black people, let me say that they could have chosen to host the Motown Music Awards, why would they go and get? Why would anybody get Jennifer Lopez, who has no connection or affiliation to black people whatsoever, other than what she can appropriate, she can steal? Okay, so the thing is, but let me say this, Vader. Jennifer Lopez didn't choose to do this. Like I said, the enemy put her in place to do this because you know why? They knew it was going to cause a lot of controversy. They knew it was going to generate the type of reaction that we're having right now, having this discussion about it. So they put her in place. See, this is what I'm saying. The enemy puts these people in place to cause racial strife. You know what their biggest fear is?
What's that?
Everybody getting along. People of different races getting along. Racial harmony. That scares the shit out of these bastards. Okay? So guess what? They create situations to cause racial chaos. Okay? Oh, get Jennifer Lopez to host the Motown Music Awards. That'll make them mad, you know? I tell you what, Smokey smoked in the head Robinson
What you say?
smoked in the head. And I don't like saying that because I know he's an icon, but damn it, he's twisted. He's twisted.
Screw him.
Smokey used to have his hair twisted. I think it twisted his brain along with his hair. But the thing is this: talking about Motown ain't just for black. Nobody ever said Motown was just for black people. But let me tell you where the difference is. Nobody ever stated that Motown was just for black people. Obviously, that's true because everybody done sung our stuff. Okay, everybody's stolen our stuff. But Jennifer Lopez has no love for black people. Jennifer Lopez has no affiliation with black people. When black people are under attack, I ain't never heard Jennifer Lopez speak up and stand up for black people.
Now, check this out. Jennifer Lopez is one of those all lives matter people. So you know what they do when they come out.
You say Black Lives Matter, do people say all lives matter because they want to take the focus off of black people. So the thing is this. Let me say this, Vader. Jennifer Lopez was handpicked to host the Motown Music Awards because you know these people ain't nothing but they really ain't nothing but puppets, okay, of the industry, if the truth be told. Nick Cannon you can go to YouTube and check Nick Cannon out talking about that, but I already knew it beforehand. But anyway, as I'm sure many of you do as well. But the thing is, they handpicked Jennifer Lopez of all people to host the Motown Music Awards, and the thing is, she's only over for what she can steal, what she can take, what she can appropriate from black people, like everybody else that deals with us who's non-black. So the thing is, here she is. She's being defended by Smokey, smoked in the head Robinson, and Barry Fruit Punch Barry Gordy. And they're talking about what's wrong with Jennifer Lopez. Hey, what's right with it? I tell you what, give an example. Now, during Latino History Month and the Latino Music Awards, let's see if they let Smokey Robinson or any other black person host that.
It ain't gonna happen. It ain't gonna
Hell
happen.
no, they're not gonna do
happen,
it.
brother.
They're not gonna do that. They don't even like black people. Why would they let them host that? Why would they let one of us host their shows? But yet it's okay for them to come over and host our stuff. When you got so many readily available, overly qualified black people that can suit that position. But yet and still get Jennifer Lopez. She ain't black. She has no love for black people.
And you know what, John?
Hey, if you don't believe me, ask P. Diddy. Go ahead, baby.
The thing is, it's our culture. So yes, it do belong to us.
Yes, it does.
That
No matter what
do
Wendy
belong to
Williams
us.
says.
It belong to us.
Yeah.
And it's okay for different people to sing it at their home or they somewhere.
But not steal it.
Not steal it. Because this was This is a open public theft, and it's been
Only
going
black
on
people stuff is available for the public, you know.
to steal.
Yeah.
And like Professor Black thought said, it was either him or the Black Authority, one of them. They know the best stuff. It come from us. Their
from black
stuff
people,
ain't
yeah.
popping like ours.
Who wants salsa music? Who's trying to steal salsa music?
Not
And
us.
I'm not. And let me say this: I'm not putting it down, but who wants it?
And it still went from African traits from Africa.
Yes, it does.
First of all, Jennifer Lopez is not a true bona fide singer.
No, she's not. She's fabricated.
And as one of the YouTubers said, have you ever seen her paired up with another black woman singing? You'll see her singing with another Hispanic woman.
Did you see her on stage with Michelle Obama, Jada Pinkett?
She didn't look like she wanted to be bothered.
And it was a Lady Gaga.
Yeah.
She was so distant. She didn't want to touch them.
Yeah.
She didn't want to hold
She
hands.
was standing with her
And they
hand
were
in
supposed
there.
to stand up there in sisterhood, right?
Yeah.
But she didn't want to touch him. She didn't want no part of it.
That lets you know Jennifer has no. I wish Miss Obama wouldn't have appeared at that piece of crap of
I
a
couldn't
show.
understand why she was up there.
I think they used her to play up on
They
this
did.
womanhood.
They did.
This thing was all about some type of girl power, womanhood type of thing. But this Motown thing was a slap in the face to black people doing Black History Month. They could have been any other month or any other
They could
day.
have got Shaka Khan.
Black folks should have been out there saluting this legendary black record label. See, anything culture connected to us, they feel like they can just piss on us. Jennifer Lopez was handpicked to piss black folks off.
That's right.
And she justified her behavior too. Of course she did. She don't care. Well, I grew up on this music. It
ain't about what you grew up on.
It ain't about what you grew up on.
I tell you this, you may have grown up on it, but you have no respect for those who created it.
No, she don't have no respect. During that time when Berry Gordy and them had the groups going on tour, the Motown Review, that's what it was called. A lot of those black people couldn't even go in the front door of some of these hotels that they were going in.
I don't know if they could go in any of the front doors.
They went through pure hell. And then here you have Berry Gordy and Smokey Robinson justifying this mess.
This behavior.
And Smokey, man, I'm telling you, I really believe his brain has been fried over some of them little tweeds he's been smoking over the years when he was a young boy. Nobody but these two. I'm sure you couldn't get Huff and Gamble to go along with some crap like that. The guys who owned Philly International Records.
At this point, I can't speak. I don't know who to trust. You know, I mean, I really don't.
Oh man, because Kid and Gamble.
But you know what, Vader? Go ahead.
Them cats, man, are in the loop on things, and I don't believe they would have went for no mess like this.
But
we're the only ones, like you said, we're the only ones that get pissed on like this, and our young people got to quit opening up their social doors, saying it's okay, then giving them the pass to call them the N-word and stuff.
You know what? I have to blame the parents for that. A lot of the parents, because see, that's just poor guidance. That's just we're not teaching our children the things we need to teach them. And I mean, damn it, if they can learn how to rap, they ought to be able to learn everything you got to teach them too. Because hey, I know it's harder to rap than to sit down and listen to your mother and your father tell you the truth about stuff. Even though I know the truth is a hard pill for all of us to swallow, but you got to know this world out here is not wine and roses out here. It ain't. It just isn't. So you have to know the truth, no matter how painful it is. Because I'm gonna tell you something. It might hurt a little bit now, but if you don't learn it now, it's gonna be a whole lot more painful later on. And I'm gonna tell you this: if you don't teach your kids right, you know what that sets them up to do? That sets them up for these murderous, racist cops, or any other kind of cop out here that's out here killing our children, murdering our children, getting away with it, and we're not reprimanding our children properly because what they're going to say is, see, you know what? If you had taught them right back then, we wouldn't have had to treat them like this now. Yep. That's what they're going to say. That's what they're going to say. And you know what? In a sense, there's some truth in that. Yep. So teach your children. We gotta re-embrace and come together and teach our children the right thing, y'all, because it's not happening right now.
You know, because they're trying to erase us. I'm not saying
none of you are, but it's not enough of us.
They're trying to erase us from everything.
From existence.
This thing with Motown, this was culture. Yes, it's race. And sisters, I wish a lot of you out here would quit saying, well, I love J-Lo, but no, it just ain't got nothing to do with loving her. It's got something to do with her taking part in something she shouldn't have been part of. She made a conscious decision to go ahead with this.
You might love her, but she ain't loving you back.
And I wish brothers and sisters would quit going. What's his name? Childish Gambino, Donald Glover.
He's another one. I don't
And
like him.
I don't like
he
him
talks
either.
About black women bad, man.
I don't like him either, but I say right on to him for not showing up, even though he won an
Right,
award.
that
No,
was the
I
one
don't
good
like
thing he
him.
did.
No, I can't
That was
stand him.
one positive decision he made.
Him and a few others, they didn't come. And for anybody black to justify Jennifer Lopez doing this, something is wrong with
Something
you
ain't ticking
mentally.
right in your head. I'm serious.
And I've had this discussion with several people who I was shocked. People I respect thought it was all right. Like, what was you
They're not-
saying, man, about the Latino awards or something?
Yeah.
If they had a big event for one of their icons, you think Smokey or Beyonce
Well, check
or
this out.
Rihanna be invited
No.
to
And
do
let
the
me- and
tribute?
Let me say, look how angry they got a couple of years ago when Beyonce showed up at the Country Music Awards.
The white
and
folks wasn't with
and
it.
performed with the Dixie Chicks.
They
Remember?
wasn't
They
having
went
it.
crazy and they talked about what the hell is she doing here?
And-
She's not country.
And
this is
nobody,
not
and
even her
they
genre
didn't
of
even
music.
they didn't even report that in the news.
No. And so, see, that's why I'm saying.
But we can get mad about this over Motown, then we get Negroes that want to tap dance and go along with this. We need something that belongs to us because it's like we're giving everything away.
What did Paul Mooney say some years ago? If niggas, excuse my language.
No, I know what
don't
you
be
mean.
wrong here, y'all.
No, I know what you mean.
If
No, you
niggas-
say it like Paul Mooney said
If
it.
niggas gonna dance for chicken, they gotta be called on. it.
If you're gonna do Paul Mooney, go
Yeah.
ahead and quote him right.
That's right.
And you know, and
My
this
brother
is
Paul.
sick, man. And this what was that this nasty gutter trash rapper, this
B?
Cardi B. First
Yeah.
of all, they're better, man. We have independent
B was-
artists right here that can kick Cardi
Oh,
B's
thank you,
butt
thank you.
lyrically
Which you will be hearing
and everything.
soon. But the B must stand for bum. 'Cause I'm telling you, man, she's 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 trash.
How about B that rhymes with?
She can't even
I
talk.
say B word that rhyme with the word witch.
Yeah, she can't even talk. She's
and
like a
and
big toe.
she won this award and the award went to somebody else.
But let me say this, Vader. They win those awards because they're successful in their
She's
agenda.
part of the colorist
Yeah.
operation
Of
too.
course, if you notice, they're doing the same thing in that industry that the archaeologists are doing in the pyramids. They're whitewashing the hieroglyphics, changing from black people to lighter skinned people to make it look like white people.
Well,
or
you know what they
whatever.
did with the
They're doing-
Phoenix,
The whitewashing.
knocking the nose off.
Knocked the nose, blowing the nose off the Phoenix so everybody would know it was a black person. Hey, the Phoenix had noses like me and Vader and all y'all. Okay, hey, we're some powerful, great
And-
people.
and we
They wouldn't work so hard against us if we weren't.
most duplicated and most
Never
imitated.
imitated.
And you can't come close
Well,
to
I'm
our
saying this,
flavor.
Always imitated, never duplicated is what I meant to say.
No,
Because they can't
I
duplicate our
think
greatness.
everybody knew what you meant
They
to
can't
say.
duplicate our greatness.
And jump. And let me also put this in here. A lot of these different people we call in culture vultures.
Mhm.
I hate to agree with Cynthia G, but I had to agree with her
She's
on
right.
this. A lot of these women are connected to other black men in the business. Then T.I. put this Gazella, I can't think of this Hispanic chick name. T.I. put out there, and you had Timberland helping Justin Timberlake, Dr.
Fake.
Timber Fake, and then you had Dr. Dre that put this Eminem dude out. We have Full Force in them worked with some of these white groups. We have a lot of these different women of different colors and stuff out here. You got to look at these black producers. And I understand Usher put this Justin Bieber, and I think that's the way Superboy said Justin Bieber, and put this old racist punk out. He the one was making comments about you wanting to kill niggas.
Just like they found out some years ago, Eminem had a diss
I
track on
heard that
black
this
folks.
track. You
Yeah.
talking about black women
Mhm.
right now. Black folks love them some Eminem.
Hey, Judge Mathis say he's the greatest rapper of all time.
Wow.
Mhm.
Now you know what, man. I'm gonna
And he
make
might be the him, but I know that's a lie.
No, that's a lie. And
He couldn't carry
and you
Tupac
know
or
what?
Biggie's jockstrap.
And I think you're one of the worstest judges of all time.
Mhm.
And you
They're
in
part of
you
the
in
grand-
violation,
They're
man.
part of the Great Deception, Vader. They're all out there working for the enemy. like
So,
I said.
you know, on In the Mix, you know, we do
We keep it
not
real.
justify you, Jennifer Lopez. And a lot of you sisters out here, quit praising Cardi B.
I'm gonna tell you what they did. Somebody changed low to H-O.
They some places they do call her Jennifer Lopez. They
Mhm.
do.
Yeah.
And
She
you know
slept
what?
her way-
She
slept her way to the top. Like they all
she
do.
came through the Wayans brothers. And then you
Yeah,
had
Color.
Rosie Perez, who
Rosie
was on the
Perez,
scene.
yeah, yeah.
And she was down putting the choreography down on the Living Color show. And then all of a sudden she brought J-Lo in. She looking out for her people. I wish there was a sister on that show bringing in more sisters.
You know what? Speaking of which,
And then she got with P. Diddy.
right, but and look who took
One more thing before I go. Ja Rule and Irv Gotti. Ja Rule, that little frog-eyed punk,
wrote that
song
nigga
and encouraged J-Lo to say the N-word,
yeah.
and J-Lo could have simply said, "Nah, I don't want to do that."
Exactly.
J-Lo went along with
She's
it
not a woman.
and said nigga
She's not
in
a
the
woman.
song.
She's a girl.
And
She's
you
not a
know
woman.
what? A lot of you black women, you're still loving her. She's trying to imitate you. Sisters,
destroying-
you were born with the beautiful
Man.
body and the beautiful
Black
features.
women-
You didn't need surgery.
Thank you.
God gave it to you. You're
Amen.
goddesses.
Preach, Vader. Preach, Vader.
And
Look.
queens naturally from birth.
They hate you because they're not you. Okay. They hate you because they ain't you. Okay. You are the epitome of beauty and everything beautiful and positive in this world. And other people hate you because of your godly standing in this world. God gave you all his gifts, and other people are mad because they feel like he didn't do the same for them. How come it's them and not me? So guess what? You hate on the real and you run with the fake.
And we ain't talking about that stupid ass show
No, I ain't
called The
talking
Real.
about the real show. I'm talking about the real thing.
I
The
just
real-
want to throw
I'm
that
talking
out
about
there,
the real-
Jeff.
yeah,
You know
no,
how
somebody was
you know
trying to
how
switch it,
people
yeah.
listen and try to flip it.
yeah.
We're not talking about that show with them two
You
bed
run-
wenches
you run-
on
you-
there.
You run with the real true gifts from God.
Lonnie
and you run with
Love,
the creator, yes.
Tamara Mari,
Jenny Mai,
whatever
and
your name.
I'm glad I brought her up. Listen,
I hate that
I don't
skank
like
too.
her either. Now, her
Oh,
mother-
jump, hold up before you get to it. Now, when they were on the Real, I glanced at the show because it come
Yeah,
on
I've
early in
seen
the
it too.
morning.
Me
I
too.
glanced at it. Now, when they were talking, Adrian, she's a
Adrian
Latina.
Bailon. Mhm.
Yeah, she was like, so it ain't about race. She was on that caping the whole
See,
time
that's
for
what they
J-Lo.
do. Ain't nothing ever about race.
Yeah,
When it always is.
Her and Jenny want black folks to eliminate race. Now, Lonnie will come somewhat on time, but she double talking. She backtrack
She
with
got
her
a white
big old fat
boyfriend.
Aunt
She
Jemima
got a white
self.
boyfriend.
Yeah,
so
she's
she's seeking acceptance also.
So she caping. Go
Well,
ahead.
let me
John.
say this though. When Tamar was on there, Tamar,
It was a better show.
Tamar, but
Oh,
it was.
congratulations, Tamar. You won Big Brother.
What's up, Tamar? Oh, she did?
Yeah,
Oh,
she
okay.
won,
Congratulations, Tamar Braxton.
With her crazy stuff. But I
Okay.
liked her better than any of them on the
Well,
show.
she kept it more. She really did keep it real. She was too real for the show. That's why she's not on there anymore.
Yeah.
And Tamar busted Jenny Mai out because Jenny Mai's mother was on there. And she said, well, your mother don't like black people no way. She did. She told her right to her face.
And
she told her
Jenny
right to her face.
said that her mother wanted her to look more white.
Yeah, of course. Asians are always trying to look white. They get their eyes rounded. They get plastic surgery. Everybody is caught up with trying to be accepted.
You say
by
Julie
these
Chen?
Caucasians.
Moonves?
Yeah. So anyway, yeah, she's a plaything. But anyway, that's why she ain't got the courage to come back on that damn show. I tell you that.
Whore.
After lambasting Bill Cosby.
Whore.
But let me say this: Jenny Mai.
And Moonves destroyed Janet Jackson's career.
Yes, he did.
And he killed the WB
wardrobe malfunction. And they let Justin
UPN.
Timber fake off the hook.
Off the hook.
Well, he was never on the hook, so he didn't have to let him off. But anyway, she took the fall. But anytime black people and white people do things, black people always take the fall. White people just walk away.
Yeah.
But
You
anyway,
say fall guy.
Exactly. So Jenny Mai is trying to. I tell you this: she don't like black people, but she likes black men. Penis.
Whore.
Okay, so let's just keep it real. She likes to get with black men sexually, but
Whore.
she can't bring a black man home.
Whore.
But anyway, we're gonna get back to the music because we know we get long-winded here.
And this clip here, we're gonna end it with this song here, and we're gonna just go right into the full music segment of In the Mix.
Right.
And it was nice talking to everybody.
We missed
Hopefully you
you
guys
all.
will get a chance to check out the clip, share it,
Hopefully you had a great Valentine's Day and weekend and so forth. And we just wish you all the best.
and right on the black love. There are a lot of us brothers that still
Absolutely.
love you, sisters, and we just adore you and we think the world of you. Sometimes we might mess up, sometimes we might make a mistake, but one mistake
we
or
want to
two you know, shouldn't stop us and keep us apart. They want to keep us apart. They don't
That's
want
right.
us to get
You know
together, being happy, being in love, and making more babies and keeping this thing going.
Vader, you know what it is? It's population control. They don't want black people being born anymore. So guess what? That's why you see all the interracial relationships. That's why you see the promotion. of
Yeah,
interracial
and you see it
relationships and
really
so forth.
heavy in these commercials and
Yeah,
stuff.
and
And they ain't
movies and
slick.
everywhere else.
They ain't
But see,
slick.
that's to eliminate black people. But the thing is this, and somebody might say, well, if they're mixed, they're still black. So black people still being born. No, I'm talking about real black people. I ain't
Yeah.
talking about 50%ers. I ain't talking about watered down. And I know I'm insulting people. I'm sorry about
And
that.
so what? So what? They insult us.
But the thing is, I'm talking about true blood black people. Okay, black people, black. So the thing is, there's nothing more powerful than a black man and a black woman. making a
African
black child.
descendant of slaves.
That's right. There's nothing more powerful than that. And guess
Tangibles
what?
2020.
And let me say this: they know it. That's why they're wiping it out. That's
Trying
why
to wipe it's up to us.
That's what the
to
agenda
love
is.
each other and get together, be together, and
stay
multiply.
together.
Be fruitful and multiply.
That's right. That's what they don't want. So guess what? That's why. Why is it all of a sudden over the past, not even decade, I don't think, that they're promoting interracial relationships? When
They don't. They want to erase us.
When interracial relationships have always been against the law in America, for the most part, they really still are. Okay, but they're
Maybe
promoting
they're scared of
because
their
they have
extension.
because they have a hidden agenda. Well, the thing is this, Vader. They know there's no saving them, but guess what? We're gonna take them with us.
Yep.
Yep.
If you can't beat them,
If something's
you
not,
can't beat them, you join them.
and I don't know if anything is 100%, but if it ain't predominantly black, then guess what? If it's mixed with something, if it's mixed with weaker DNA, guess what? It's watered down. It's watered down.
But you know what? For all of you
They're scared of your black dominance.
that didn't get a chance to have that Valentine's Day, we're going to dedicate this show to the lovers out there. Whether you're single, whether you're with somebody,
This show is dedicated to you.
the show is dedicated to you. We're gonna give you some stuff with some overtones of love in it. Right now, we didn't talk. We dealt with some issues.
So we're gonna get to
We're
this
gonna
music.
end this clip. We're gonna let Jump Street play this song here, and I'm gonna end this clip, and we're gonna come into a brand new clip. That's gonna be part two of the In the Mix show. Okay, for today, and we're gonna just come at you with music. Okay,
Right.
we did the talking. Now we're gonna go ahead and get ready for full blast with the music. We want to thank all the YouTubers out there, the ones we listen to, and those of you that listen to us, we thank you. And we want to get our numbers to grow. This is independent music. If you're an independent artist out there, get at us. Send me a clip. Send me your MP3 or however way you want to send it to me.
Look, we ran into one of those artists today. What's up, brother?
Yeah, Andre Perry.
Perry, yes. What's up? What's up, Dre?
From American Idol.
Yeah. Yeah.
That was many seasons
He
ago.
was on there during the Carrie Underwood season.
That's right.
Yeah, yeah. So we ran into him today and got some new music from him. Which
And we're gonna play him on the next clip of In the
Right.
Mix. Right now, we're finna end this clip, and we're
Mhm.
gonna go into the next clip and just bring it in.
I'm gonna
All
say
right, Jump.
this, baby. I'm just end it with this. Just understand that there's nothing more powerful than us working together. That's why there's so many forces working against us to keep
Amen.
that from happening.
We're not gonna let them keep stealing our culture and
No.
educate our young brothers and sisters to let them know when they're being insulted
Right.
and disrespected. The young sisters, don't look to Cardi B. Look to your mom. Look to your aunt. Look to that teacher.
Your
or
heroes
that-
are all around you.
Yeah.
And
Cardi B, they say she got songs talking about F 'em and leave 'em.
oh yeah. F him and leave him.
Yeah,
Black men.
and y'all need to quit promoting this chick. She's
Well, listen,
gutter trash.
Like I said, she's an agent of the enemy. She's coming in like the serpent in the Garden of Eden, and she's doing the damage. So you wake up to it. Anyway, we're gonna get back to this music. This is Unified Tribe with "Don't Wanna Be." You listen to Vader and Jump Street on In the
Don't
Mix.
wanna be, I don't wanna be without your love. All I want is you. Ooh yeah. Yeah, that's nice. Oh no, baby girl. All I want is you. All I want is you. Don't wanna be without your love. So say that you do. Please God, give me one more chance to touch, a kiss, a hold her. I know it's meant to be for me to be her lover. Letting go is hard, you see. Don't want this reality. There's a joke being played on us. Gotta find a way to regain her trust. Girl, let's work this out. Gotta get past all your doubt. Need you to be down with me. I got your back, girl, can't you see? Don't leave saying I don't listen. Loving you has become my mission. Take your mind back to the beginning when we were in the garden of Eden. Your love. All I want is you. All I'm wanting is you. Don't wanna be without you. No. So say that you do. Say that you love me. Don't wanna be without you. Don't wanna, baby. All I want is you. All I want is you. Without you. So say it, girl. Say that you love me. You leave, baby, let's take a trip. Tell me how to keep our relationship. I can take what you gotta say. It's cool. It'll be okay. Holding on without a doubt. Don't be afraid, baby, I won't bounce. I believe and I love it strong. I know I love it true and it can't be wrong. Agony and the ecstasy, mystery and the fantasy. Hey, you're the only person in the world for me. I won't lose you cause you're feeling weak. The fact is I love you need. You're my heart and my soul inspiration. No, without your love, all I want is you. All I want is you, baby. Your love. So say that you do. Say that you do. Love me. Oh yeah. All I want is you. Want you, girl. Yeah. Your love. So say that you do. That you love me. I gotta give her a call. Come on. Hey girl. Hey. Listen. I don't wanna be without your love. Now all I want is you. And I don't wanna be without your love. So baby, say that you do. Love me. I don't wanna, girl. Baby, all I want is you. So say that you, say that you, say that you, say that you do. All I want is you. Don't love me. So say that you, say that you do. Say that you love me.
I've been thinking about you and all the little things you do and all those little things you say. And if you would give me a chance, then I will show you true romance. Just put your heart in my hands, 'cause I will not neglect you. I will not neglect you. Hey, I will not neglect you. I will not neglect you. There will be no return back. 'Cause I will give you all my I would never make you forget who you really are. I'll never let you stray from your core. And if you can't promise the same, then every time you call my name, I will give you anything. I will not neglect I will not neglect.